middle of the night. It's like 9 o'clock, is it? Yeah, 9 o'clock, something like that. This is the point of the Christmas that's over now. You can still see some of the decorations and things that are up around the town, but essentially it's over. Tomorrow is the 3rd of December. We get back to normality, so to speak, which is quite an interesting place to be. But it's a melancholy time because 2016 was hard. 2016 robbed us of a pile of people. From really ultra well-known people like David Bowie down to lesser-known individuals from my youth who would have been in movies and films and things when I was a kid. Some of them died too. And that brings me on to a kind of point about this car. This is the Nissan Qashqai. This is the car that started a massive revolution towards the crossover, the kind of soft roader, and all these other names that they tried to come up with, but failed miserably. That 5 Series has just bottomed out over the top of that speed bump. Lots of other people came along and pretended to be the Qashqai because the Qashqai sales were massive, so massive that Nissan Ireland and Nissan worldwide started cancelling basically every other type of car that they made. They wanted to go all in Qashqai. Actually, there was so few models of cars from Nissan on the market in Ireland, they had to bring the Tida over to fill the space that the Primera left. Which I thought was kind of humorous because the Tida is crap. That's just me though. I hate the Tida. I think it's probably one of the worst designed, ugliest looking cars I've ever seen. And the Qashqai came along and really started to wipe the snot of basically everything out there. All of the stuff that was out there was getting chomped upon. So much so that other car manufacturers started to make cars just like it. Look at even Audi have the Q division, which is like Q2, Q3, Q5. No, what happened to 4? And Q7. What happened to 6? But they're not crossovers. They're their own individual cars. This is still a crossover. The interior of this car will be familiar to every Nissan driver out there because it looks the same as every other Nissan out there. That's kind of the way it is. And that's the way it sort of should be too. But the problem is that Nissan and Qashqai has lost its edge. It now has a lot of competition. And that's a big problem for Nissan. It's a big problem for everything they make. This is good, but yet sitting in it, I feel like I'm sitting in something a little bit more old-fashioned, a little bit more traditional. Kia's here with the iX35 and Hyundai with the iX35 and Kia with the Sportage. Get the two of them confused sometimes. They look nothing alike, but yet they're just the same car to drive. This still cuts it. The Qashqai still cuts it. And the reason it does is because it is just so middle of the road. You will not offend anybody by driving a Qashqai, whether you drive it in petrol or diesel, or if they come up with some sort of hybrid version or electric or hydrogen powered. You'll never offend anybody by driving a Qashqai. And yet, I can't really say it's better than any of the rest of them. It's the same. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't blend in. It'll hold its value. If you think about that sort of thing, if you consider things like value and everything else out there, then you'll go, Qashqai is the one. Certainly, we should examine the traditional aspect of Qashqai and how well it depreciates over time. And in 3 years' time, you'll get your money back. Who cares about that stuff? Really? Really? If you buy a 50 grand car, it's going to depreciate by 50% in the first 12 months. No matter what it is, it's going to depreciate that much. The more money you spend on a car, the bigger the depreciation because it's all done in percentages anyway. So the Qashqai is kind of the same. If demand is high, prices stay high. But you know what? The market's very flooded with them right now. So I don't know if demand will stay high. So here we are at a crossroads, at a roundabout actually. Which direction I take, which one I decide I'm going to use and not use, I don't know. I know the Qashqai is still a bloody good car. It's a sound investment, it's a sound price. It is the right kind of car. The chances are it's the right kind of car for your family, whether you're single or whether you've got 3 kids. It'll probably take all their stuff. Lots of clever little cubby holes and things in the boot, and in here everything seems to work. Love the gearbox, I like the interior. Steering is pretty much middle of the road as well. There's no sports mode, it's economical. What else can you say? It's kind of cool, and it's kind of a Qashqai. Anyway, if you like this review, please give it a thumbs up and have a share. The reason I filmed at night time as well, because I wanted to film at night time to see if I could. I thought it'd make a kind of a cool movie. Until the next time, I will see you on the far side.